Hey guys, welcome to part 7 of Scarlet's Salvation. Today, we're going to be having our rematch against the Section 1 bioweapon. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is where I left off. I did a lot of retracking and changing things behind the scenes. We've got both our weapons, a sniper and a server. I decided to go with those two because it's just been easier just to keep on going back and forth on this section. It's actually at level 63 now, and my exos is HP up, critical damage up, HP recovery on defeat, and rate of fire increase. That's the ones we do have overall. And lastly as well, I did pick up 2 new reports. One is number 15. This one is from Paula Watson to Alexei. Your suggestion might be difficult. We haven't made much progress in understanding the brains of bioweapons. Even if we could write up a program to match the synapses in their brains, we wouldn't know how to use it. As a solution, we might try completely wiping their brains and running everything with programs, but in that case we'll have to replace all brain activities related to survival with programs, not just the movements, so it would be a massive undertaking. Even with the latest AI, it's hard to estimate how long would it take. If they had a lot of time, maybe they would be able to do it, if an AI powerful enough existed. I see. So probably this is kind of the capture when they did have the bioweapons and they were just figuring out how to actually get this controlled, and it's going to take a while for them throughout the course of the war. And then we also have number 18. Due to emergency, all section supervisors activate test mode for each section once evacuation of personnel is complete. The safety mechanisms of the autonomous weapons are to be disabled. The time limit is set to indefinite. Sweet. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing, I am just going to be carrying on this floor, and then we'll be ready to go for that rematch.
I congratulate you for making it here, but alas, revival of threat confirmed. Initiating dedicated protocol. It was a good call for me to follow the wisdom of the saying, forewarned is forearmed, and prepare for this moment.
You!
Is this one capable of speech? I've never seen such a thing mentioned in the records.
Of course not! This shitty AI is the one that was based on your personality!
I see. So, it expanded the brain capacity of a bioweapon to store itself, then put that weapon to sleep. A sensible method for long-term data storage. Sorry to do this right after our reunion, but I'm going to have to neutralize you. We're fighting for the sake of humanity. Can't you bend the rules a bit for that purpose, other me? I cannot comply with requests from those without proper authority. Also, other me is an inaccurate descriptor. I was made from you, but I make my own judgments. Perhaps the student has surpassed the master. It really is a terrible AI. Well, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. Watch and learn. I'll teach you that the best man doesn't always win.
There's nothing you can do! The two of you are just way too damn alike.
We're going in.
Got stuff ahead. You can run, but you won't get away!
Just gonna keep going with it. But yeah, my onslaught is lower and slower than the other one, so it actually disappears quicker. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy, I burned myself by mistake. That's it. First phase. Second phase is really tough as well. think I'm just gonna get rid of those. I don't know how I dodged that, but thank you for that. Oh, it's laser time. I love my sniper though, it does so much damage. Okay, lost bullshit now. I hate this part so much, but we're gonna have to go for it. I'm just gonna have to run from the laser, dude. I'm not even gonna bother. Oh boy. Yeah, this laser time. Got that. Oh boy. Got it. Nice. Okay, so this part, I think I just have to keep it running. Okay, so at least it's on the ground, so at least I know, but... That's why I lost the height, I remember that. Whew, okay, let's go again. It's just this part, dude. Okay, as long as I dodge this part, then we're good. Damn. Got it. Woo. Alright, level difference. I don't know what happened, but I think I was just better this time dodging everything. Let's see what happens next.
I got tricked right after something like this last time. And 500 years passed.
That was a cruel ambush.
You were a great liar, too. So, will I be let out this time?
I'm different than him. I promise.
But if I leave, is there any guarantee I won't be controlled in the future? What if I pick up some weird signals the moment I step outside?
The contactors have already abandoned Earth. I think you should be fine. Most likely.
Give me some reassurance here.
Shall we go? I'll guide you.
Yeah. I'm counting on you, Oscar.
Okay. Oh, what should I call you now?
Willow is fine. I have no other name.
Willow it is. Just so you know, it's gonna be a long journey from here.
Another 500 years?
No way.
Then there's no problem.
So there we have it. That was the end, whereby we've activated the keys and we are released out, and we are trying to rebuild humanity again. One thing to note from that cutscene that I got confused on and I kind of misinterpreted from earlier from a previous part is the whole 546 years part. So before, when we did die off, it was during the war what was going on with the bad AI. But then 500 years later, apparently the war was over and we had the new AI. So we were sleeping for that long. Honestly, I did not know that was the case from how the difference was between those two parts there. But yes, overall, we only died that one time. It has to be against that final boss. To be honest, when I had to kind of be thinking about both of the comparisons before those bosses itself, I don't think I needed to grind a little bit more in terms of level. And also, I don't think I even needed a different exo slot from what we was given provided, because we were so close to defeating the first time. It only had a half health bar left, but it was really me just dropping down again and again. And you know, from that second part, I just learned to adapt there, whereby the biggest points was after the shield was broken, he kept on launching those attacks, and also the lasers as well, because I was so frantic. I wanted to defeat those bots there. And I'm glad though that I still stuck with the assault rifle and the sniper. I think sniper really carried me there overall, because I can shoot in any part of that boss room. But yes, overall, we can definitely see that, you know, we went through these 3 sections. They get more rigorously harder. Like, you have your first part whereby it gives you a good brief tutorial of how the game is and runs with the exos and the guns. You have a good feel of it. But then that second phase there, after you die and you come back, you know, 546 years later, and then you're with the good AI, that's where the next main challenge begins, with that whole repeat cycle, going through those sections again. So I would say though, for anyone that has had any interest in this playthrough, I think personally my biggest pro of this game is just the gameplay. Like, once you're in, once you like that whole third person fast-paced style, you'll love it. Enter loot mode. Loot mode has been activated. Select resume game. Star 1 to enter loot mode. With each clear, the star number increases and enemies go stronger. Hashtag, there's an enemy strength cap. Okay, so that's what we get after completing the game. Think of it as like a new game plus with the settings of new game plus already conditioned here already. But yes, there isn't really anything else I can possibly show you guys, because in terms of the library, we only needed just one that was locked here and a couple more, I think. Yeah, so 19 and 21 was locked, so I didn't get those ones. Conversation log, you know, I probably didn't really look too much into it, so this is all the conversation log that we was talking with. You know, this is the last cutscene as well, so if you want to go back here, enemies we didn't really count because I was calling them all sorts of stuff here, but these guys do have names. Curtain Call, I call them Sephiroth 2.0 when he actually gets those ring angels part. Items, we have all the items to be given for the information here. Action with the tutorial if we have anything here, and the world as well. You know, I didn't really look too much into like the names of it because I believe the synopsis did have Rillo Martin and it talks so much around to it about studies, but I think this might be interesting here because it probably does show a bit more extra info about her. Oh yeah, look at that. It does. I think this is actually kind of interesting because, like, if we do go into Rillo Martin, because I think that's something that they let us know now. According to recovered body data and records, she used to work in laboratory deep inside the testing grounds. However, since she dealt with top secret information, even the name Rillo Martin is a false pseudonym that was given to her. Nothing else is known beyond that. Rillo 2, her true identity is that of a humanoid biological weapon created by the terminal of a contactor bioweapon factory queen. Yeah, we remembered that part. Her body has been resurrected as a bioweapon, but since she is a scout, she is physically indistinguishable from a human. However, her body is made of contactor components. While human or conventional biometric systems cannot detect her, the sensors of autonomous weapons designed to combat contactors can, which triggers them to attack her. She's not aware that she is a bioweapon, and she serves as something like a living surveillance camera. Despite this, her physical abilities are extraordinarily high compared to humans, and combat data is programmed into her. This is intended to prepare her to guard the terminal and fight in covert operations. Number 3, the original Rillo was a woman who had been studying the contactors since her student days. She was rough around the edges, but an excellent researcher. At one point, humanity managed to capture one of the Queen's terminals. It was brought into the research facility where the original Rillo worked. People believed that the terminal had been shut down, but in reality, it remained operative. The terminal, though not fully operational, rebooted and emitted a special scanning wave. During this time, Rillo was investigating the terminal, was vaporized into pure data and vanished. The facility was immediately shut off, and to prevent something produced by the terminal from escaping, it was placed under military surveillance with a group of autonomous weapons. A few years later, a humanoid bioweapon that looked just like Rillo was created. This is the truth of the matter. The recreated Rillo Martin's appearance is identical to the original. Her personality is also heavily influenced by her. However, due to the terminal's severe damage and contactor's lack of knowledge about life forms operating in three-dimensional space, all of Rillo's episodic memories are lost. The recreated Rillo was troubled by amnesia, but as a bioweapon, there were no memories for her to reclaim to begin with. And number 4, where did she go after escaping the facility with the help of Oscar Gray? No records of this currently exist, which I feel as though that she's probably opened up all the other Sio tubes for everyone to escape, and I think it's just going to be humans rebuilding. It's going to be that whole Bomberman X-Zero story, you know, when the character, we as a character in Bomberman, we escaped and we had that long power car saying that there was a war going on in this big empty wastelands. That's what just happened. We've been stuck in there for plus 500 years to know that. So yes, it is pretty cool that we've got the whole library to look into everything, to just read everything out. And it just fully describes once you have completed the game of getting that. So if you ever want to just re-look into the story from start to finish, there's a library right there. But yeah, guys, this will be a short one. It was just really revenge at this point, just to get this final boss, just to say that I've completed it. And yeah, we had a number 3. Do let me know in the comments as well if you guys have ever completed Scarlet's Salvation. How much numbers of deaths did you guys have? That's what I would like to know. Did you guys actually do better than me and actually did not die at all? Do let me know in the comments. And thank you guys for watching all these parts for Scarlet's Salvation, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure.